Welcome to J.P. Riddle Stadium, everybody, home of the Fayetteville Swampdogs. It's our weekly podcast on ESPN.com. I'm the voice of the Swampdogs, Brett Lasky. Glad to have you all in the concession stand today with Heath Duncan. Now, in 2005, Heath started with us as a cook. What was that like, and how did you get involved, Heath?
Well, it was 2005, and I needed a job, so I figured the best summer job, why not work with baseball? I didn't know I'd get crammed in the concession stand, but it was definitely a good way to get my feet off, and running. So it was definitely an experience. I had my best friend out here, and we worked together over the whole summer. So it was, really hot and sweaty, as you can tell now. But other than that, it was an awesome job and a great way to get started.
Now, be honest with me. Were you good at making hot dogs and hamburgers?
Well, actually, at first, before I'd met the owner, Lou Handelsman, he came in here and he was showing me the ropes and showing me the pointers even before I knew who he was, and he was real tough to cook for, but he got my seal of approval there towards the end of the season. So
you did a good job cooking, and then in 2006 you got out of the kitchen and you moved up to the PA booth, and then in 2007 we won't tell people yet what you do, but they'll figure it out in just a second. So how'd you get out of the kitchen and move on in your career with the Swampdogs?
Well, unfortunately, the PA announcer had other obligations, and he moved on. So actually, Lou Handelsman again stepped up, and he was the PA announcer, and he asked me if I wanted to come up there and do it, and it had been something I did in high school every now and then, and it was something I wanted to pursue, and thought, what better way of spending another summer in 2006 than actually getting to watch the baseball games and getting to call them.
All right, Heath, well, let's get out of the kitchen because you no longer work here, and let's go onto the field now. And the next time people are going to see you, you're not going to be Heath anymore. You're going to be somebody else. So we'll find that out in a second, all right?
All right, sounds good.
It's magic. He goes from Heath Duncan to, you guessed it, Mo Runs, our on-field promotion wireless mic guy. Mo Runs, how'd you transition from being a cook to a public address announcer to the on-field promotion guy?
Well, it was something, I definitely didn't even envision in my future. But Daryl Handelsman, he asked me to do it. We had Mr. Fun out here for years and years and years. He was a wonderful guy. And he just, guess he couldn't do it anymore. He had other obligations. So they decided to ask me if I wanted to step in, and this is where I am now.
All right, so what do you like about this job? Because there are so many different things. You get to hang out with kids. You get to get the crowd lively and involved in a baseball game. What do you like most, and maybe a couple things about this job?
Oh, I love the kids. It's all about working with the kids for me. It's something, I've definitely always wanted to work with kids, and I'm around them 24/7 while I'm here at the ballpark, entertaining them, having fun. And it's also all about the fans, I'm out here, in between the innings, in between the pitches, to get them pumped up and, to have them keep them coming back.
All right, so we have a lot of different on-field promotions that you MC. What are some of your favorites? Which ones do you like the most?
Definitely the frozen T-shirt contest, number one. We've had big guys, big drunk guys who couldn't even get the T-shirts on, and that's a big blast. We've had Hollow Ball, all the great promotions, the home run challenge. They're all my favorite, but definitely the frozen T-shirt.
Now, you've kind of adopted something that the fans have grown to recognize and come to love, and that's it's time for more Swampdogs baseball. Talk to me how that came evolved, and you do it every single half inning.
Well, it was just something kind of thought about, and, I had to have some way to end the inning, so thought there's no better way than, it's time for more exciting Swampdogs baseball, but, a lot more enthusiastic whenever the game time's coming.
And the crowd really gets involved and they get behind it, and that becomes the whole point, right?
Yeah, what my goal is to get everybody in the stands to be screaming Swampdogs baseball, and every at bat, every pitch to be rooting on the Dogs.
All right, so you go to East Carolina, and when you go back to school after the Swampdogs baseball season is over, you're going to be a sophomore. Now, when you go back to East Carolina, you're going to tell people that you were the on-field guy, you were Mr. Mo Runs?
That's right. I'll let him know, definitely, and hopefully we'll get a bigger crowd out here next year. And actually, I'll be working down there for ESPN Radio and doing some podcasts down there for East Carolina sports, so you have to watch out for me.
So not only have you been able to do this as sort of an entertainer, but maybe this is something that might be in the future for you, being an entertainer. Is that a possibility?
Hopefully. Right now I'm doing the athletic training path, so that's my passion right now, but this is definitely a good backup plan.
Well, I guess if nobody ever gets injured again, you could become an entertainer. That would be a pretty cool profession. Maybe do it professionally or comedy or something like that, right?
Yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. Definitely wouldn't be a bad job.
All right, so now you love the kids, you love entertaining, you love kind of being out on the field. What else do you love about coming out to the ballpark every day?
just seeing everybody. You know, the fan support here in Fayetteville is awesome. We've gone to other parks, and, you know, it just hasn't been that exciting. You know, that we do the most on-field promotions here, you know, for the Swampdogs, and it's something I take pride in. I want to make sure, you know, we get it right, we get the sponsors out there, and we get it known. And, you know, we get big crowds out here every night, and that's my goal, is to bring the people back.
All right, so we're going to give the folks a treat. We're going to actually see you MC a couple on-field promotions, and I'm not a little kid anymore, but I'm going to partake in them. I'm going to have a little bit of fun, and we're going to hear you MC it. So in case the fans have not been out to the ballpark, and in that case, well, they should get on out to the park, but if they haven't, they'll get a taste of what you do. All right, you ready for this?
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
All right, guys, it's now time for the RBC Centura Dash for Cash. We've got our awesome contestants over here. We have Brett Lasky and Gray. Gray, I don't know your last name, tragically. Here we go. Here's the rules. Here's what we're going to do. Brett and Gray, they both have shovels. They're going to come down, get as much money as possible. Whoever has the most after 3 turns is going to win a free T-shirt courtesy of RBC Centura. You guys ready over there? On your mark. Get set. Go, 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 go. All right, here we go. The voice of the Swampdogs versus Gray, our ticket booth guy. Without these two guys, the park wouldn't even run, I don't think. Brett on a roll. Brett, last turn here. Gray on his last turn. All right, guys, bring him on over. Brett kind of happy here. I think, Gray taking his time. All right, guys, bring your wheelbarrows over here. We're going to count. Gray does not look happy here. The RBC Centura Dash for Cash. Gray's money, not very good. And Brett Lasky, Brett's going to be our winner of the RBC Centura Dash for Cash. Brett, you're moving on to the next round, the chipping contest. All right, guys, it's now time for the Kings Grant Golf and Country Club chipping contest. We've got our 2 contestants. What's your name?
Brett.
Brett, our last winner, and
Dan,
you're looking excited here. You ready?
I know I can beat Brett, no problem.
It's just a free round of golf.
I'm not even worried.
No shot, Brett says. All right, here we go, guys. All right, we're going to have Brett go first since he won last time. The point of this one is the closest one to the cone out there is going to win, and all it is a simple chip here, the Kings Grant Golf and Country Club chipping contest. Brett, we don't have forever here. Come on, Brett. Brett's taking like 15 practice swings here. Here we go, Brett. Oh, not a bad chip, Brett, but Brett's not happy. All right, Dan. Dan, now listen to me here.
Yes.
We're not aiming for the sign over there, okay?
I hear you.
All right. Dan Minetti here, guys. Dan is the backbone of Mo Runs with Rob. Rob and Dan pretty much keep me running constantly. Without them, there would be no Mo Runs here at the park. Oh! He shanked it, and it looks like Brett. Brett is our all-time winner today. Brett Lasky, the voice of the Swampdogs. Brett, awesome job. You're going to win a free round of golf to Kings Grant Golf and Country Club. How you feeling, Brett?
I'm feeling great. That was all. I'm Dan and Gray beating them in 2 on-field promotions. That is just, it made my summer right there. That's it. My summer's over with. I'm good.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
I guess the age limit shouldn't be under 12 or whatever it is for those on-field promotions because I'm pretty good, wouldn't you say, Mo?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
All right, so Mo, we've got a little bit of time left in the season, about 2 weeks now, and then the Pettit Cup. What are you going to miss most when August 15th comes around and you have no Mo Runs anymore for the rest of the season?
The whole atmosphere of everything, Brett. You know, just being out here, you get that tingly feeling before you walk out. It's like you're a performer walking out on stage in front of the thousands of fans we have every week. I'm going to miss, the fans, the kids, everybody who does the promotions. It's not just the little kids who actually get to do the promotions. We have 3 or 4 adult promotions. So if you guys want to come out anytime, just come hit me up and we'll get you on field.
All right, let's just pretend that the chipping contest has just come to a close, and all the fans and you listening, you now know what to say. So I'm going to hand the mic off to our man, Mr. Mo Runs, and he's going to finish off this podcast. Here you go, Mo.
All right, guys, it's time for more exciting Swampdogs baseball.
Thanks for watching our weekly podcast on NCESPN.com. If your picture is being showed on the screen, call the numbers listed below. You are the ESPN Radio Fan of the Week. A $50 gas card courtesy of WCIE 1450 is on your way if you call the numbers below.